This is my diary with ESPN Andscape. Welcome to Orlando. This is episode 1.
Banchero probing. He's going to spin his way in. Oh, he got fouled, and he puts it up and in! Banchero!
Doing this diary, I think I just want people to learn the type of person I am, type of competitor I am, how I think, how I see things, and hopefully get to learn some about me that they didn't know, see a new side of me. I'm excited for it.
Paolo spotted up for three. He's wide open, and he got that one up and in.
From Seattle, Washington, top left for the country. Guys from there, I think we naturally have a chip on our shoulder because we feel like we're not seen as much as, some of the other, places around the country. So I think that was always something I had, was that chip, coming from Seattle. I think Seattle is pound for pound the best basketball factory in the country. When you look at just the depth we have in the history, we got years on years, whether it's Doug Christie, one of the first OGs, and then you got Jason Terry, you got Isaiah Thomas, Jamal Crawford. The list just goes on and on and on from generation to generation, year by year. And I feel like I'm kind of the new generation. Both my mom and dad are both from Seattle. So, it's in my blood, and I just take it with me wherever I go. Last year, just going into the playoffs, I think we were all interested to see how we handled it.
He's gonna get to the elbow, jumper is up and good. Do something with that.
How we all handled the moment and the pressure that came with the playoffs and the postseason. We handled it pretty well for it being our first time, and so when we got to Game 7, that's the do or die game.
Magic looking for their first playoff series win in 14 years.
I just remember, thinking that, this is war.
Kicks it out, Banchero nails the three-pointer.
It was a back and forth game, man. We was up 18, I think it was, in the first half.
Banchero gets inside, layup, banks it in. He's got 24 here in the first half.
And I think that was one of our mistakes, was, getting a little too comfortable with that lead and not realizing that, you're only a few plays away to where, your back is against the wall.
Banchero's gonna hoist up a three-pointer. That's good.
Especially towards the end, sort of run out of gas. I did give everything I had. I feel like I had nothing left, but I knew it wasn't enough, and it wasn't good enough, to get the win.
Oh, Banchero comes down the other way.
I think that's what, fueled me this whole offseason was, remembering that feeling after the game, being upset, feeling like, I let myself down, let my team down, just, not having that extra gear. That was like one of my biggest motivators coming into this offseason was, getting in, better shape, getting in the best shape I possibly could, pushing my body to limits that I hadn't pushed it to, just because, I felt myself in that game, Game 7, especially towards the end, sort of run out of gas. And, I did give everything I had. I felt like I had nothing left, but I knew it wasn't enough, and it wasn't good enough, to get the win. At first, I thought about it every day, probably for, 2 weeks maybe. I watched the full game all the way back one time, and then I told myself I wasn't gonna watch it again. Probably took me 4 or 5 hours to watch the whole thing because I was pausing and rewinding a bunch. Saw what I didn't do well, saw what I did do well, and just took it with a grain of salt and wrote down, stuff that I got to get better at, and just tried to remember that feeling I had after the game, and just like I said, let that motivate me my whole off season. Seeing Jason over the summer, that's one of the guys I'm probably closest with in the NBA. He won a chip this past year. I asked him, what was it like, getting all the way there and finishing the job? Like, what did it take from you? What did it take from your team? And basically he just said, like, it's easy to get sloppy, off track, whatever it may be, but that's when you have to, laser in and focus even more. Because I remember feeling after my first, just the first round series, just feeling, absolutely spent, physically and mentally. So having to go through, 2, 3 more of those series, I could only imagine just how tough that is. So, I just wanted to ask him, what is it like and what did it take? Me and Luka, we spent actually a good amount of time in China, man. And, he's a very simple guy, man. Like, cause I really admire the way he sees the game and how he reads the game. I asked him, how does he play so controlled and how does he, make his reads? And Luka just kind of look at you and kind of shrug his shoulders and tell you, he just read the defense, and as simple as that. And honestly, that's some of the most talented players to ever play the game. That's if you ask them, how do they do what they do? Sometimes that's all they can say because that's all they see.
I told my buddies, I said, if I win a ring in the next 3 to 4 years,
you're not going to football.
I'm going to play football.
No, you're not.
Ant, I don't know if Ant can play. I don't know if Ant can play football. I think Ant probably thinks he could play football, but I don't know I think Ant would take one hit in the NFL, one real hit, and I think he would be rethinking that decision pretty quickly. And as for me, I wouldn't go try and play in the NFL. I love football. I love watching it. I love analyzing it. That was my first love was football. So I love football, but man, them dudes is too fast, too strong. For me to be out there, they'd tear me apart.
Jalen Suggs just got a 5-year, $150 million deal.
Did he?
Yeah.
George, is that true?
That's what Shams is reporting, yes.
Wow. Hold on, I gotta confirm. I gotta look. I gotta look. Did he really? Wait. Congrats, my dog. Hey, I gotta call him, man. I know he was, man. I'm so happy for him, man. I'm so happy. That's life-changing stuff right there, man. And just for him to get that, relief and that monkey off his back, and now just be able to go out here and lock in and play. And on top of that, that's life-changing, man. It's just nice when you get to be around that type of excitement, with kids. They were screaming, and it just makes you happy when you get to, be a part of that and see just the joy on all their faces. Obviously, a back-to-school event, them getting a chance to be close to our team and, ask us questions.
How did you keep yourself from getting in trouble in school?
What's up, guys? Paolo. Man, to not get in trouble in school, I would say, one, study on your own. Do your research, listen in class, pay attention in class. Yeah, make sure y'all paying attention. And don't be afraid to go and ask your teacher for help. That's another one. That's how you stay out of trouble right there.
Off we go on another season of NBA adventure. Turnover leads to a Banchero breakout slam.
This team, this is a special group, man. I'm not just saying that. I feel like what we have is something that you don't find a lot in professional sports, where guys in the locker room really have each other's back and really look after each other and want to see each and every person do well and succeed.
There's just no stopping Banchero tonight.
Miami's our in-state rival. It's a very short flight getting there. I don't think we've won in Miami since I've been on the team. So that's a hump that we're looking to get over. Every time we play them, it's always a great game and it's a battle. I'm really looking forward to the home opener. Obviously, that'll be game 2, and just really getting in front of the fans. I feel like us making the playoffs, it really just sent a shockwave through the city. It's been a long time coming. I think a lot of people, a lot of fans have been waiting for us to, the Magic to be good and to be, challengers, contenders. And so I think it's a lot of excitement, in the city right now. So I think we're just building off that and we're feeding off that. And I think, that first game Friday at the crib is going to be the start to a special year.